Good afternoon, badass artists. I am Mio Leondo. We are back today to work on this cute little fairy from Firefly Falls. We've been working on her. Now, for you guys, this seems like just a couple of days. For me, it's been a couple of weeks, guys. I went on vacation. I went to Florida. I got stuck in Hurricane Helene. It's been crazy. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've actually made a new video. I made all those videos ahead of time and had them all scheduled to drop while I was away, but then while I was away, I lost my internet connection for a little while. It was crazy, but now I am home. I am safe and sound. I have all that behind me. I was in a very safe place to weather the storm. I know a lot of people weren't quite as lucky, but yeah, we did pretty good, all things considered. It was an enormous storm, but like I said, all things are okay. We are back now, and I am back at it. So, turning my attention to this cutie little Firefly Fairy, I just opened the book. I don't have a huge plan going forward. I know I want to go with some yellows, mustards, and purples and wines to make this deep and rich and kind of autumny, for lack of a better word, fallish. I know we Americans are the only ones that use the fall term, but I'm going to get started. Looking here today, I am unpacking a bunch of stuff that I took with me. Evazars are usually one of my go-to pencil sets, and that's what I've got sitting here. So I'm reaching over to the Evazars. I have this butternut color, and what I'm gonna do is start in her cute little hat, and I'm going to go in here to the shadowy parts and just kind of do this darker area. Now, the Evazars, as I was saying in a few videos, the larger set of 130 has been sold out in the United States for a few weeks. So I'm going to add another link to a set of pencils by H&M that's very similar. It's similar in price. It's similar in the fact that it comes in a cute little Ziploc bag. The colors are similar. They're just named differently. But they're, like I said, they're similar in price, they're similar in everything. I wonder sometimes if they're not made in the same, place. We've talked about that too, how they kind of white label these pencils, and they're the same pencils, they're just slapped with a different brand as they come off the press. But I am going to add that link for those of you watching in the United States if you're interested in these pencils. They are a different brand, but very similar. Very, very similar. And for those of you in the United Kingdom, these pencils have been on sale for a week or two. So hopefully you get, a good deal on them. I think they were as low as 15 pounds about a week ago. So, yeah, hopefully you guys can get some good deals on these. I think Amazon Prime days are coming up as well, so that's always fun. Now I'm just kind of adding this color, like I said, to the more shadowy areas. And I had like this idea for these autumn kind of pretty purples and golds. We'll see how it, if we don't like it, it's like I always say, we'll just grab our handy dandy Derwent eraser and go in a different direction. But I think this will look nice for us once we get rolling here. And let's see, how much is, I think most of this over here is just the shadows of her hair. And see if I can snap this on my clipboard. Oop, and I have a little bit up here as well. So I'm going to leave this pencil out because I'm going to be coming back to it. Now I'm going to jump over to this color called Red Grape. And I know you guys are like, what are you doing? But let's see how this goes. Now I'm going to try and get this. Let's see. I'm kind of thinking it out in my mind. Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm just kind of adding this like it's in the folds of the fabric. I want it to kind of have a little shimmery effect. And actually, I think I've just gotten a package from Amazon, so I'm going to set you guys down for just a second. You guys know I live in a high crime area, so I do have to collect Amazon when they come in. I'll be right back. Yes, thank you, Amazon. We have some new pencils to try out this week, so that'll be fun. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. It seems lately Amazon's been delivering when it's time to make video, so we will try out some new pencils. Let's see what we think of them. That should be probably about the same time as we get the new book. I've been delayed just a tiny little bit on our new Halloween. We're calling it Samhain Station for Halloween. And it is full of cute little jack-o'-lantern men and little scarecrows and cute little witches and all sorts of fun things in an abandoned train station town. And it should be out by the end of the week. That'll give us some fun, spooky stuff to work on. Now, I've just kind of added this purple color around. I haven't made it really intense yet. Just kind of working it in around that gold color. And this is a very intense purple, so I'm not putting a lot of muscle into it. I'm just kind of barely touching it. But these two colors together can give you a really neat effect. You just gotta have a little patience with it. Now I'm going to kind of work this in down here a little. And the whole point of this is kind of the purple, the red that's in the purple kind of mixes with that gold color. It gives it just like a little suggestion of orange, but it's not over the top. And then the colors obviously separate when they're not overlapping to give their true, their true colors. But it gives a really neat kind of autumny vibe, because the purple's not a warm, well, it is a warm purple. I was trying to say it is not a cool color. It is definitely a warmer purple. It's got kind of a tomato red and a warmer blue in it to make the purple that you see now. And that's kind of why you get this kind of neat autumny vibe. Just kind of touching it here now. I'm going to go back to that original butternut color. I'm going to kind of fill in around the edges, kind of fill in the rest of her little hat. And we will go in and touch up, kind of smooth in these areas that haven't blended real well yet. But yeah, I like to use these colors in, for leaves. You can use these two colors with a very vibrant green if you're trying to show a leaf that's, in the middle of changing colors. It kind of gives you a really organic feel. It's really believable, Maples and a few other trees have a deep purpley kind of leaf that, kind of really, this really works, especially when you add, that kind of buttery yellow color, goldenrod or whatever you call. I think this one, like I said, is called butternut. Now we're not going to go over this part because that is the beginning of her little wing. And what we're going to do, because we can see through the wing, is we're going to go right up to it, and then we're going to do what we've learned before, those long vertical stripes, because we can see through the wing. So we're going to see the yellow of the hat through it, but we don't want it to be as dark as the rest of the yellow. We can see through it. So that yellow is in there, but it's not as vibrant and hardcore as the rest of the hat. And then we're just kind of running this over and around the other purple so that it blends right in. And you can see how that just sort of gives this really pretty kind of ombre sort of effect. And we've got a lot of glow happening here as well, so this kind of warm, inviting color works. purple one more time, and I'm just going to kind of pull this a little bit further into that fold. See, do we have everything covered? I think we do. Maybe a little bit darker right over here. Now on this side, the wing is behind her hat, so we are okay. And I was just looking, I think maybe I went a little bit too far in right here. So we do have the eraser. There we go, much better, because that wing is right there. So we're just going to bring that little yellow color right in here. I had it in there a little too dark. There, you can see a little better. Now I'm going to leave her hat for now and come down here to her little dress, and I'm going to add more purple in the dress area. This is pretty dark grayscale down here, but we'll go back in with lighter colors and pull up those details. That's no problem for us. And we're just kind of working this purple in to set it down as our base. And I'm just kind of following the folds of the fabric. I'm letting that grayscale work for me. Now I'm going to get the purple, or not the purple, the yellow. And just kind of do what we do, kind of fill in the areas that are still in gray. But I'm not taking it all the way up to that brightest part of her shoulder just yet. And we're just really kind of going in and softening up and catching the, you know, the highlight. It's almost kind of a shimmery fabric. Now I'm going to set these two colors aside. And I'm going to pull out this kind of peachy pink. I think this one's just called pale pink, but it's definitely got some warmth in it. And I'm going to kind of just touch around the shoulder area. I'm not doing a whole lot. The reason why I'm doing this is there's just like a subtle light difference right here. We've got a lot of light coming from behind her. And I just want to kind of soften that and break those colors up a little bit. And now I'm going to find a nice creamy yellow color. And this one is called Clotted Cream. And then I'm going to bring that all the way up to the top. And these are the little legs, or the little antenna, so I'm going to leave them. I'm going to add in these little highlights with the Clotted Cream. Okay, so here we are. Now I am going to kind of switch gears a little bit. And use this lime green on the lighter areas of the wing. I don't want it to be, you know, another shade of yellow, but I still want it to be very bright and yellowish. So I thought, let's go with kind of a limey neon color. Just kind of touching this color in. And I'm not going in and, you know, grabbing any spot in particular. I'm just kind of touching here and there. Now I'm going to get just a little bit more aggressive with the green. This one's called Spring Green. And I'm going to go just around the darker spots, the shadowy spots of the wing. I'm going to add this little, I'm going to make this little body green as well. Outline the eyes. I'm just going to outline them though. into the clotted cream and just kind of highlight here and there. Including its little body. So here we are. For now, we're just gonna come in next time and finish her little wings and her hair. And we need to do her lips and something cute with the background. So I think for now we will leave this for the day. If you found this video helpful, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up. That helps other people who are out there looking for channels like these and hang out with us, be a badass artist too. If you haven't joined my Facebook group, it's called Badass Art. You can also find it by following the link that I provide in the description below. Come on over, hit the join button. It will ask you 4 questions. One of those questions is, how did you find my group? Please let me know that you found me by watching YouTube. That is so helpful for me. It helps me keep making these great videos so you guys can find me. Come and join the group, share your artwork. I want to see what you guys are coloring out there. You can ask questions one-on-one. There are lots of people in the group that are very knowledgeable about coloring, and I am also there every single day in and out checking in on you guys to see what you have created today. Okay, everybody, I will see you next time.